All right, welcome back. So this is going to be our last video on OpenAI's operator tool, which we've talked about, I think, two other times. And this is basically, think of it as like ChatGPT, but it has the ability to control a web browser and interact with a web browser just like a person does. So you can use it for all kinds of web automation. It can do things like visit websites for you. It can take actions on those websites, etc. And in previous videos, we showed it doing calendar management, email, and a few other things. Now, it is not a release tool. This is available as, I think, a research demo as a part of OpenAI's very expensive $200 a month subscription. But I decided to pay that $200 and give it a try for a little bit just to see what this tool was like. And so this will be the last video in the series. And what we're going to do is ask Operator to find us the one thing everyone wants right now, but no one can get, which is the new NVIDIA RTX 5090 graphics card. Now, spoiler, I don't think it's out there anywhere unless you want to pay scalping prices. And even then, I don't know if it's out there. But we will use Operator to kind of think of it as an AI agent. So we want to set it off on a task to perform, and it will handle all the web browsing for us and come back with an update. So instead of you going off and clicking furiously on different websites to find stock of a 5090, you can ask Operator to do it for you. So we're going to see how well that works today. Similar to other videos, we're doing this more of a live stream type format where I haven't pre-done the content. I've played with this a little bit, but the results we get, we'll see what we get, and we'll take it from there. So here we have Operator in front of us, and I will start off with the prompt. All right, so what we're going to ask Operator to do is we're going to say, I want to find if a NVIDIA RTX 5090 is in stock. Look on Amazon, BH Photo, Newegg, and Best Buy. Then tell me where it is available and the price. And let's let it run. Now remember, the idea here is this is an AI agent. We should be able to let it go and it'll come back to us. So it'll be interesting to see how much interaction it needs and if it actually gets the data correct as it navigates these websites. So you can see it's going to Amazon first. Let's just zoom in here. Actually, I don't even think we need to do that. I think we can just open up the browser. There we go. And watch what it does. So it's going to BH Photo, B&H, sorry. Now remember, it is not trained on how to navigate the B&H Photo site, or is not trained on how to navigate the Amazon site. It can navigate arbitrary sites and figure it out. And that's one of the cool things about it. So you can just point this at new websites and it will figure it out on the fly. So we've asked it to look at a list of websites here, and what it did is it's opening tabs for each of them and kind of starting the process of searching for the 5090. Now, if you didn't know from previous videos, this is a hosted web browser. So this is running on OpenAI servers, and you're just seeing the web browser projected here through our website, our web view. Now, that means like if you need to log into any site, like if you had accounts on Best Buy or Newegg and you want to leverage those accounts, you would actually need to take control of this browser, which you can do right here. And you would need to log yourself in, which means you'll be passing your credentials back through this hosted web browser, which may or may not make you feel comfortable. Okay, it looks like it is finished up and it went to all these different sites, and you can see over here, here is the response. So it's saying the RTX 5090 is available on Amazon. Wow, for $79.95. That is a deal. I think I should just go buy that. And it's out of stock on B&H Photo, Newegg, and Best Buy. So clearly, if you know anything about this card, the retail price is about $2,000, which is actually correctly shown here on the Best Buy site. But why don't we take a quick control of the browser and just see what it found? Right? So let's take control and let's see what it processed and if it got the right answers. So here's Best Buy, and it said it was not available on Best Buy. Actually, we didn't ask it to tell us the price, but we could have done that. But this is correct. The card is not available. You can see there it is for $2,000. It said it was not available on Newegg, and here's what it did on Newegg. It just did a basic search up here. Now, Newegg has these other options, and you can choose to go in stock or sold by Newegg, those toggles. It looks like it didn't use those at all. What it did is it just did a basic search for RTX 5090 and it read through the results. Wow. You can get a 4090 for $4,300. BH Photo, similar pattern. It searched for the 5090 and looked through the results in front of us, and you can see nothing is available. Now let's go over to Amazon. That was interesting. So it said on Amazon it's available, and there it is. Wow, look at that. Here we go. An Asus 5090 for $79.95. Well, okay, we won't get into that, but clearly Operator did a reasonable job searching on Amazon and coming up with a result. I'm actually just curious to look at this card real quick. Oh, I have an error. Interesting. Amazon must have caught this. Anyway, so that shows how Operator did at finding us a 5090. And you know what? The results were fine. So let's just exit back to the chat. And when I said they were fine, like, it went off and it did all that work on its own. It did pretty much exactly what we wanted. Now, it did come back with a card that was clearly not a good price. And I probably could have done a better job writing the prompt to get a better outcome for that. But this is great. So we have a start. We can see how it works. Now let's see if we can turn Operator into an agent, which will just keep monitoring stock for us and look at these same sites regularly and come back and let us know if something changed, because otherwise we're going to need to come in here and re-enter this prompt every once in a while. So let's do this. So let's say now monitor these sites every minute and give me a report of stock levels and prices. Oh, interesting. Monitoring these sites every minute for stock levels and prices isn't feasible. However, I can check them again after some time and update you. Would you like me to do that? I'm going to say yes. How about every 5 minutes? Okay. It says it can do it every 5 minutes. I'm going to say yes. And I'm not going to make you wait. We'll just edit that out. So over here, you can see it claims it is still working away at these sites. And you can see on the browser, it is switching tabs and looking. I assume it's refreshing those pages as well. What'll be interesting is, does it actually keep doing this every few minutes, or does it like somehow stop at some point? Because basically now at this point, you've asked it to do infinite amounts of work. So let's keep an eye on it. Okay, so it came back and it said, here we go. It worked for 2 minutes and it said it remains available on Amazon, sure, with only one left in stock. I don't know if that's true. And it says it's out of stock and everywhere else. Now, the key is it said, I will continue to monitor these sites and update you if there are changes. I don't know if it's going to do that. So I'm just going to let it sit here and see if it actually starts the process again of looking at these sites. All right, well, it has been way more than 5 minutes, and I walked away to get a drink and do some other things because I have my awesome AI agent working for me here. So let's see what it did. It last told me it would continue to monitor these sites, and it did absolutely nothing. So yeah, there you go. $200 a month, and I can't even get this thing to watch a couple websites for me. Now, whatever. It is what it is, and this is really just a test of it. But it actually falsely stated what it was going to do. Like, that's a little annoying. We ran it through a test, and what we're going to do is wrap things up here because there's not much else I can say about this. It went through and it looked at inventory. It's not able to do this on an ongoing basis and let me know. So we found some edge cases on it. This is, like I said, this is the last video on Operator. So let me wrap this up with some final thoughts. Like, overall, like, I think it is a research prototype. Let's just call it a beta. We'll be generous. I think it has a tremendous amount of potential. Like, if you really step back and think like, okay, we have the early versions of a tool that can navigate a website on its own that it hasn't been trained about and actually get work done on that website. Are there some rough edges? Sure, but it's early. This is really, really interesting because now the pixels of the website become the API. And now you can have another computer work through those pixels as an API. No new engineering needs to be done to support automated interaction with that website. The tool will work with the website just like a human would, and that is pretty cool to me. Now, where it stands, it's obviously not ready for prime time. We can't expect that. And at $200 a month for access to this, I don't think it has a very large market. That's okay too. I don't think that is the goal of this. Now, if I were you, I think there are very few people who would benefit from spending the $200 a month on this. I know I certainly wouldn't. I don't know anyone that would, but I'm sure they're out there. But more is like a curiosity. I think, spending a little bit of money to check it out was fine. And I really do hope they continue to improve it. For me personally, I will say the use cases of being able to order food or put some stuff into my Amazon shopping cart or get DoorDash or whatever it is. That's not very compelling because I'd be curious what you think. So put your thoughts down in the comments. But if you're using those sites regularly, I don't think you're getting much help by having an AI be able to go and navigate them for you. You're probably really quick at it, and you probably have all your kind of favorite food or groceries like already queued up, and it's like a couple clicks and you're doing it on your phone and it's fine. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is super useful to some of you. Like I said, I'd be curious. I will say for me personally, the use case we looked at last time of being able to use this tool for calendar management and email would be fantastic. I would love if this not only worked on websites, but I would love this if it worked on like regular office applications like Outlook and the stuff I used every day for work, because like handling email and calendar management actually takes a fair amount of time. And if I could just describe in words what I needed to do, and then if I could preview the results before it committed them, that would save me a ton of time. So I see a lot of potential here for the technology overall, even if it's not applied directly to the web space. So that's it. It was fun to play with this for a couple weeks, and I hope to see them evolve it more. Like I said, I think there's a lot of potential here. So we're going to wrap it up. Let us know what you think in the comments down below, and we'll see you next time.